Councilman McVeigh.
Good, sir.
Councilman Woods.
Yeah, I'd like to remove 2018-217. And, oh, you pulled it?
Yes.
Okay, that's the only thing. Thank you.
2018-213.
213.
Okay, I would like to pull resolution 2018-211.
Oh, I forgot that, sorry.
No, that's okay. So,
It's 209, 210, 212, 214, 15, 16, 19, 20, 21.
Motion to adopt those resolutions?
second. Discussion? Roll call vote, thank you.
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Council Vice President DeGrova?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Council President Holford?
Yes. 209, 210, 212, 214, 215, 216, 219, 220, and 221 successfully passed. Let's start with ordinance number 2018-2008, a resolution of the Town of Phillipsburg, County of Warren, State of New Jersey, authorizing the execution of the contract with Seamless Gov, a sole source provider of automation platform software. Council Vice President, you did ask to... Oh, can I get a motion? I have a motion. Can I get a second?
Second.
Council Vice President, you asked. You go first.
So we pulled a bill for the mayor stated, or he replied on email, that that one bill that was held was for, he's looking at the website being redeveloped. I think Bob Merlo stated at our last meeting last month that there was something that we needed, a lot of compliance issues needed to be met with our current website. From what I see, this does handle that. However, I wanted to make sure we were working in conjunction with the mayor so we weren't duplicating costs, and that this would work in conjunction with whatever they were working on.
So this would fall under the municipal clerk, which would fall under us. It's really our responsibility,
Okay.
and we did budget for this.
Oh, we did?
We did.
Okay.
So
Okay. In 2019?
we did for 2018.
Okay.
We did a line item.
Okay. That's it. I just want to make
Okay.
sure. He was on board with that and...
You want to know the line item?
No, I'm just, since this is a contract, are we allowed to do it over on Bush?
I thought the mayor
There's a
still...
proposal- there's a proposal that was submitted.
Right.
Yes, yeah, we don't really need to negotiate.
The mayor seen the contract?
Yeah, it was emailed to him.
Okay. Okay. That's fine.
Was that the only discussions or anyone else on 2018? That's 208.
It'll bring our forms and that.
Yeah, I read it. I
Oh,
just
you want to
wanted
buy
to
like
make
all
sure.
licenses online? That's what it says.
He's calling me 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, find out.
Okay. Roll call.
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Council Vice President DeGrova?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Council President Holford?
Yes, ordinance 2018-2008. You're welcome, has successfully passed. The next is resolution 2018-211, resolution of the Town of Phillipsburg, County of Warren, State of New Jersey, authorizing the discharge of a mortgage for block 903, lot 48. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Council, the reason that I would request tabling this, and the reason being is there is a lack of supporting documents for the discharge of this mortgage. I have no payment verification, I have no payment receipts. All I have is the word of the mayor based upon a mortgage loan that was provided in 2004. It's 14 years later. None of us were in office 14 years ago, so I would request that we table it until we can gain further clarification, or at least the supporting documents to state that they can actually discharge this document without question.
So moved.
I'll second the table. We could roll call to table.
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Council Vice President DeGarmo?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Council President Colbert?
Yes, Resolution 2018-211 has successfully been tabled. The next is a resolution authorizing the town of Phillipsburg to enter into, that was already passed, resolution of the town of Phillipsburg, County of Warren, State of New Jersey, establishing the salary for the tax collector, which would be 2018-213. Motion?
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
Okay. Discussion?
Question why this wasn't on the salary ordinance we just adopted, whenever the previous adoption was? When we had the resolution to accept 1.75 raises for all employees. This is on that list,
Right.
so I'm asking why we're doing it again.
So, what's that?
Go ahead.
I think the stated reason given by the mayor was that there's been an increased workload.
Right.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear
It's
what?
not our folks though, right?
Department head.
It's department head.
So should we do that on January 1st? By statute?
You can do it retroactive now.
Yeah, he sent it to me retroactive.
Oh, it's okay, all right.
I didn't get anything on it, just
You
that
should
it was on here. No, I didn't see anything. Mark didn't either. So, what was the reason? Increase in duties, or?
Right, he gave an increase in duties, he said,
The sewer.
right, the sewer, the amount of foreclosures in the town of Phillipsburg had added more to her responsibilities.
So what is the raise amount?
The $2,000.
Yeah, it's a $2,000 raise to $84,204.
What's the percent?
Well, it's $2,000 raise to about the $82,204. You're asking me to do that in my head.
I'm just curious, because we did just do 1.75, so it's 1.75 plus. All right, as long as there's justification for it. I just didn't know what it was.
Yeah, Sandy consolation, I think Sandy Calorie is an excellent employee.
I know our collection rates are good,
Right,
so,
I'm okay with it. If the council is okay with it.
yeah, as long as there was a reason it wasn't an oversight previously.
Sure.
That's it.
Anyone else? Roll call?
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Council Vice President DeGarmo?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Council President Colbert?
Yes, orders in 2018-213 successfully passed. We now move to orders 2018-217, a resolution condemning all efforts to delegitimize the state of Israel and the global movement to boycott, divest from, and sanction the people of Israel. Councilman Davis, enjoy your children, have a
Thank you.
wonderful evening.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Councilman.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
made it black. It's all red.
Merry Christmas, everybody, sorry. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Judge.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Okay. Motion?
So,
I will second it, and we will open up for discussion. Councilman Lutz, you had asked for this to be removed.
I read this, and I just can't, some of the comments from the people is so true. But if we do it for one, we're gonna have a long list for the other people. And I just don't like it. I'm sorry. I have best friends that are Jewish and everything else. I work for Jewish people, but I just can't see it for us as a municipality. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel.
Don't be sorry for the way you feel. Council Vice President.
I concur with Councilman Lutz. Personally, I just didn't have enough time with the agenda timeframe to read it, to learn more about it. the regard to our points. You know, I don't know why we're gonna separate one group for a message of this sort without everybody else. I concur. I'm with Councilman Lutz.
Councilman McVeigh?
I probably would like some time to spend researching. I may not have an opinion for or against at this time. There's some very, very powerful words in here, organizations, states, religion. So I personally feel comfortable if I had some more time to look this over.
So if you, can I make a comment before, or it sounds like you're going to motion to table before you do that, may I comment?
Of course.
Okay. It sounds to me like I'm the only one that disagrees with council, and not for the reasons, because I agree with your points. I think they're very valid, and I think if we look at this as a whole, in a sense, after what I've read, let's take the Middle East politics out of it. I do believe that it does, it does stand against hatred. Sure, it uses the term Israel and Jews, Jewish people, and I think, me personally, I would absolutely, I would vote for this. But I can I do respect everyone's differences. I respect everyone's points. I think there are a lot of good points here made this evening. I think the problem that I'm having is the dividing line. Gentleman out here tonight said something about, you know, we're all American. And that may be true here. That may be true with us in this room, but there's a lot of hate out there. As leaders, as elected leaders, I do believe that we can make a statement, even if it's ceremonial, to come out against certain behaviors. I respect Councilman McVeigh's soon-to-be motion to table, so we can research this a little bit more. I would like to get the young lady's number, if she wouldn't mind providing it with me, so I can discuss this with her. But I don't believe that we're getting involved in national politics. We've done this before. I've seen the panel do this before, back in 2016. Not so much for the state of Israel, but when the governor would come out, similar to what the freeholders just did for marijuana, right? It was ceremonial in nature, but they were doing it to make a point. So that's really what this is asking us to do. So, Councilman, would you like to make a motion to table?
I'd like to make a motion to table 2018-217.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman Davis? Oh, sorry.
He just yelled yes.
Council Vice President Fisher?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Council President Phillipsburg?
Yes. Motion 2018-217 has successfully been tabled.
He took his cookies and ran.
This will be heard at the next council meeting, which will be January 8th. The next is the resolution 2018-18, the resolution authorizing the purchase of one 2019 Ford Interceptor utility and one 2019 Ford Interceptor utility vehicle.
They're actually two of the same.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
I fixed the typo in the resolution, but not on me.
Okay.
Oh.
So two 2019 Ford Interceptor utility vehicles. Motion?
So moved.
Need a second?
Second.
Okay. Discussion?
Actually, you know what, I have my notes, I was able to I had it on my notes from last evening, and I checked it in the meantime. We did capitalize for this, so I'm good. I'm good.
So you made us do extra work.
I did, I had to double check the budget.
Is there anyone else? Do you have anything?
No, sir.
Okay, roll call.
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Council Vice President Fisher?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Council President Phillipsburg?
Yes. Resolution 2018-18 has successfully passed. We do have, that's it for the consent agenda. We do have some old business. Before we move forward to old business, I would like to say, because we did pass Resolution 2018-220 for the sick pay for Paul Purcell, I would like to congratulate Paul Purcell and thank him for his service to the town of Phillipsburg. I believe it was 35 years. Paul did not want anything special, so I told him that all of council would go to his house with something. He told me he wouldn't answer the door. So, can't argue with me. We will move forward to the old business, and we have a lien from November 7th, 2018 for Road Ranger Holdings in the amount of $2,900. I get a motion to untable.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Roll call.
Councilman Lutz?
To untable it?
Yes. Council Vice President DeGrova?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Council President Holford?
Yes. Okay, it's now been untabled. So we did, in the second packet, you did get the Public Works invoices. It appears that the homeowner lives in, Vicki, if you could help me here, is it, I know it's not Phillipsburg.
No,
Is the owner in attendance? No. So we have here a landlord who does not live in the town of Phillipsburg. They had tall grass and weeds. The Public Works Department was called out to cut it. They had cited it first, sent them a letter. It went out at September 18th, 2018. They didn't, the lien went out on September 18th prior to,
Invoice went out.
yeah, the invoice went out
18.
to the 18th. It
They
was in
had till
August.
October 18th to pay.
Paul was out, cited them on August 23rd, 2018. They were contacted. They did not respond. Did we get any response from them since?
Only that meeting they came to when they.
The November 7th.
Right.
I think we had a new permit.
I think there was more than enough time. I would motion to move forward with the lead.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Council Vice President DeGrova?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Council President Holford?
Yes, we do have, before we move forward, oh no, it's there, two ordinances, and we discussed 2019 year, which is the bond, ordinance 2018-21 and ordinance 2018-33. Because they were tabled and can't carry it over, is that why we have to wait till the next year? Okay. See that, government 101, and I'm still learning. Okay, we do have a veto, ordinance number 2018-29A. The mayor did veto the ordinance of the town of Phillipsburg, County of Warren, State of New Jersey, establishing a range for the mayor and council's salaries. I do not have an explanation as to why he vetoed this, but I would like to motion, and the vote would be yes to veto, no to not veto.
No, if you vote yes, it would be to override the veto.
Yes, override.
Yes, overrides.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. All right,
Council President,
yes.
just a point of clarity, with one councilman down, we, in the veto vote, which has particular numbers that have to be adhered to, we can go ahead with the veto vote prior to the number, with one councilman not in attendance and not on a telephone line.
Yes, you just need 4 votes. 4 affirmative votes to override the veto.
Okay, just to make sure. Good point. Okay, so motion to override the veto.
So moved.
Second.
No discussion. Roll call.
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Council Vice President DeGrova? Yes. Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Council President Holford?
Yes, ordinance 2018-29 has successfully been overridden. New business. Councilman Lutz?
I have nothing, thank you.
You have nothing?
Good.
All right.
I think I said enough.
Council Vice President?
Nothing.
You have nothing?
Right?
Council Vice President?
I'll save it for
Councilman
next
McVeigh?
year.
I'm good, sir.
Okay, I do have a few things, and I will make them fast, but listen, I have been talking to people all for the past 2 weeks, and I promised them that I would bring things up. I got the electives. So I was contacted, did you talk to me?
No.
I thought you were reaching over and grabbing me.
That's gonna smack it like that.
I apologize. So I was contacted by the committee chair for Boy Scout Troop 51, based out of Grace Lutheran Church in Roseburg Street, regarding the fact that several other boys are approaching their Eagle Scout status. And in order to achieve that rank, they need to execute a project which would benefit the community. They had asked if the council had any ideas that perhaps, or anything, a bucket list that the children could undertake to allow them to earn their Eagle badge. Now, immediately I thought of maybe like sewer, or, you know, and I mean, I thought that may have been a huge undertaking, so.
Many of them are small.
To see if council has anything, or maybe we can put our heads together and do something for them so these young men can reach the badge of Eagle Scout, the status of Eagle Scout. Is there anything that anyone else you think of?
Are we doing the appointments to recreation? I think that would be a great project to get everybody involved together with.
Yeah, I agree. So maybe we can take it home, think of the holiday weekends at the next meeting, come up with something.
How many scouts are there?
She just said several, so.
Well, we have several parks that could use some
I
projects
agree.
and support.
I would like to see the Brainerd Street Pocket Park redone.
Yeah.
The Brainerd Street Pocket Park has gone years without attention, and I just drove by it the other day, and it looks desolate and horrible. I would like to do something there. You know, so those children down in that area have nowhere to go. So I think it would be, you know, honestly, I volunteer my time to assist, so. Second, this one's a little, it was brought to my attention that there were bow hunters most recently seen on the old Keystone property next to the elementary school. The police were called, however, because the town doesn't have any ordinances in effect regarding this, they could not ask the hunters to leave. What I would, right, so what I would ask, is there something that we can do, okay? I mean, one strong, one that goes the other way, you know, Councilman Davis lives right next door, and the school's right there. So we can look into that. I apologize, folks, I just can't have you scream out from the stands. I've also asked the town attorney to investigate the possibility of assigning handicap spaces to individual residents, as other municipalities have already adopted such. This would allow our residents to park in their designated handicap spot and would assign them a number, and they would receive a card from the police department with that number as well. So they would be assigned that handicap spot. Someone else just couldn't come in and park there. We do have residents that should, if it is their spot and they are filling out the paperwork, I do believe that they should have access to the spot. I also had an opportunity to review the current ordinance 503-3 for garbage pickup, which allows for 3 32-gallon cans to be placed curbside and nothing larger. We do have residents that have 64-gallon cans, and most recently they've been not cited, but the orange stickers saying that they can't have those 64-gallon cans. One resident in particular, in a majority that I drove through, they 2 64-gallon cans. Are you one of the two? Listen, I have one. I do. I have one too. It's because of my wife. For the record, my wife is breaking the law right now. So what I would ask, I know that but you know what? I do understand the when you have DPW workers, you know that they do get heavy. I don't even like taking them out. I have to have my 16-year-old son do it. So I would ask that we could revisit this ordinance in January of 2019, and perhaps maybe go with 4 32-gallon containers. And take a look at consider citing those who place the bagged household trash, excluding the brush and the leaves on the curbside, because I have an issue driving up Main Street on garbage day, and it's horribly disgusting. So I think we really need to even take a look at the multifamily dwellings on Main Street, those who own the apartment buildings, and see if we can talk about them about ascertaining a dumpster for their folks. It really, so if we're talking about revitalizing downtown Main Street, and on garbage day, it looks hard. It just looks horrible. I mean, we've all driven up Main Street, the bag trash, it's just sitting out there. You don't know where Main Street is? So I would ask if we could go ahead and visit that as well. And that's all I have for new business.
I just have one thing.
Yes, sir.
I forgot. I sat down with Rich and I asked him if we could change the yearly garbage pickup for people with houses. What we're seeing is that the landlords just throw, when the people go, they just throw the garbage out and don't worry about it. And then it ends up that it's not really charged to the town, or the landlord doesn't get charged for it. So it looks such an eyesore that they just go down and pick it up and forget about it. This way, if you have an annual, then we can monitor it a lot better, because everybody has that one opportunity to throw stuff out. Then if you see anything out there, then they automatically get charged. Either they get rid of it in a 24-hour period, or we'll go pick it up, but the landlord gets charged. So Rich said he was going to write something up on that. No. Everybody has one pickup at any time.
Right, you just call it session.
Right, but they don't.
We're just not sending people there,
Right.
dumping.
It's easier to pick it up than to put it
And charging.
Is that all?
in. Yep,
Okay.
thank you.
You're very welcome, thank you. So we are now going to open it up to the floor for public petitions. This is the time where the public can speak. I ask that you come to the podium, state your name and address for the record, and then Jeffrey.
Connie Fiocco, 147 Lewis Street. I must say I'm a little disappointed that Mr. Feely isn't here recording, because I'm afraid my message won't get back to the right person.
We're recording.
Oh, you are?
We are.
Oh, okay, good. I will prepare a statement. February 2018, 17 killed at Parkland School in Florida. It began with posts by the murderer on social media that were ignored. May 2018, 10 killed in Santa Fe High School. That too began with social media posts not taken seriously enough. There are countless stories similar to these all across our nation. To list them all would make you physically sick. These were potentially preventable deaths. Social media posts, such as the one recently posted by a Phillipsburg officer, are red flags that must fall into a zero tolerance category. Doesn't Phillipsburg have a zero tolerance rule for bullying? This post far exceeded bullying. This officer crossed the line from right to wrong. It's unsettling that at no time did he consider the consequences before he hit post. If he cannot control his emotions properly, how can anyone guarantee the safety of residents in our community? I understand that council has no authority in this matter. The words I read, case closed, were shocking to me. So I'm calling out the one person that does, Mayor Ellis. I would like to ask him, where do we rate on the tolerance level? If I had posted those same words directed at him, would he have not had me arrested and charged? The mayor tried to have a resident fired or reprimanded because she sent faxes to Alpha. Where do his priorities, morals, and standards lie if this threatening post doesn't seem so bad to him? I'm quite perplexed as to why faxes deserve termination, but threats from a police officer don't. Accountability does not come from an apology. An apology does not erase the wrongdoing. Accountability comes when you reap what you sow. What kind of message does the mayor want to send to the youth in our town? It's okay to threaten someone as long as you apologize after? Do you think it's okay, and this is to the mayor, for a police officer to threaten anyone and continue in their normal capacity, toting the gun? If you do, I suggest you rethink your second bid for mayor. If you don't, you must speak loud and speak clear. There is zero tolerance for the behavior so unbecoming of a police officer. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment, Ms. Fielder. Is there anyone else?
Yes, my name is John Betts, and I'm from over in Brinkley Gardens. As I reread 218-217, you take the last few words in the statement in the resolution, you move them up to delegitimize the people of Israel, you move the delegitimize, you leave that up there, and then you move after, and the global movement of boycott divest from the sanctions of the state of Israel. Move that or just switch that around. That sounds better.
Can you make that mark for me? I'd love to follow along, but I'll be honest with you, I did.
Okay.
Please hear. You can feel free to do it from your chair. Please.
Okay, I will.
No, thank you. And feel free, as soon as you're done. Come on.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Bill Timmon, 230 South Main. In your relation to the garbage cans, I have a neighbor 2 doors down who likes using the municipal garbage can for their daily garbage. And you can drive by there today before they pick up tonight, and you'll see it stuffed into the can in plastic bags all around it. I've mentioned it to them that they have to get a garbage can. Well, we don't need that. Okay. Secondly, I had a sofa that I had to get rid of. Called twice over a 2-week period to have it picked up. The third week I called back and said, you know, how come nobody's picked it up yet? Because it was a promised date each week and nobody came. They said, well, we'll pick it up Friday, because I think it was Tuesday when I called. Well, Wednesday it was gone. But again, that wasn't my fault because I had called for that pickup and somebody let it slide through the system. So just to let you know.
Thank you, Mr. Timmon. Is there anything else?
All right, just let me quickly do this. I'm just gonna, and this, move this down here, and move this up here, and just the actual resolution is good, the words in it, but in the titleization, just shift the 2 positions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I appreciate your time.